Everybody, Tim here for today's episode of Sarah Jane Adventures, Season 3, Episodes 5 and 6, The Wedding of Sarah Jane Smith. So, I loved it. I thought this was amazing. And it's kind of sad and funny at the same time because, as I'm doing the Doctor Who stories, I'm keeping track of what my favorite story for each Doctor is. But, one of my rules is it can't be an episode or story that has previous Doctors in it. So, for 5, I didn't like 5 at all. My least favorite Doctor. I couldn't say my favorite story is the 5 Doctors, because it's only my favorite because we see the other ones in there. So, for an example, I would love to say that this is one of my favorite episode of Sarah Jane, but realistically speaking, it's just because David Tennant's in it, and he carries it along. And it's so great, it's so amazing just to see David Tennant, because there's been so many Doctor Who spin-offs and stuff, but this is one of the first where the Doctor is playing the Doctor, so it's fantastic. I really, really liked it. The fact that it's the Trickster did kind of bring it down a notch. What was it? It was the Turn Left episode where the Doctor mentions the Trickster, and it's because of the time beetle on Donna's back, and he's like, oh, it's the Trickster's brigade. And so the Doctor knows the Trickster, so them actually seeing each other is fantastic. I absolutely love it. It turns out, or I love one of the jokes where, they're asking if she's inviting the Doctor to her wedding, and she's like, where would I send it? Metabella s03e? Which is a reference to the last episode of the 3rd Doctor, which Sarah Jane was there for, which also has the spider on Sarah Jane's back, so we kind of come full circle with that bug on the back thing. So, like I said, the whole thing just with, the Trickster manipulating Sarah Jane to try and get married to somebody who's actually dead, that whole thing's messed up. But it's kind of interesting. I love how the Doctor says hi to Luke, and he has the line, good to meet you in the flesh, because he did previously talk to him in the Stolen Earth 2-parter. There's one line where the Doctor says Sarah, and Ronnie's like, she doesn't like it when people say Sarah. You have to say Sarah Jane. And he's like, she doesn't care if I say it, which I can't remember that now. I need to go back and watch some of those 3rd and 4th Doctor episodes, because I don't remember the Doctor ever saying Sarah. So, I don't know, if you guys remember that, let me know, or a specific moment, because I always just remember her always being Sarah Jane. Granted, Harry Sullivan would call her, old girl and stuff, and she's like, I'll spit in your eye. But, I don't remember the Doctor repeatedly calling her Sarah, at least. So, it's kind of interesting. But overall, absolutely love the story. I think it was fantastic, and it was great to see the Doctor in it. Technically, this is David Tennant's last recording before we get to the anniversary special, because this was after he had done all of the Doctor Who, and then he filmed this episode. So that's kind of interesting. But for those who've seen it, go ahead, let me know what you think. Last season, we had Lethbridge Stewart show up, and then this season we get the Doctor showing up. So do you like those kind of crossovers? Do they distract you? What do you think about them? Go ahead, let me know, and I will see you guys next time for the Eternity Trap.